2 weeks ago, I started this large abstract canvas with pure joy, play, and intuition. But last week, intuition demanded a detour. I hit the messy middle, got completely stuck, and had to make a drastic pivot. Then, the ultimate studio mishap. I got so into the zone that I forgot to hit record for a full hour, and the painting looked completely different. Today, the detour ends. The canvas has spent a week on the easel, and it's time for me to finish it. Grab a drink and hang out with me while I paint. Hi, welcome back. So here is the canvas as I left it at the end of the last episode, and it looks totally different than how I started out. As I was painting along, I sort of changed my mind. I got stuck in that messy middle part, which we all dread, but it always seems to happen. I got stuck, and I wanted it to go in a different direction. My work has been getting more minimal and more sort of softer and more open, and I really like that direction that it's going in. So I switched it up a lot. I covered a lot of areas. I lost a lot of really beautiful detail in the back from the beginning, but I'm very happy with this so far. What I'm gonna do is just enhance some of the marks, and I've been looking through this color palette, and I've been inspired by some my rock collection, which I've gathered up over the years over beach walks. So I found I like this book, Palette Perfect, and I'll have it in the links for you if you'd like to look it up, but it has these beautiful color palettes that you can use. And so I looked for these colors that I liked in here, and I found this section is called Solitude, and it has these beautiful colors that I was gravitating towards. So I went to the palette section, and a lot of the different color combinations are what I see here basically, with the addition of a Raw Sienna color. So I've added the Raw Sienna to my palette, and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna just, like I said, enhance the mark making. I'm gonna go back in with some darks, and then some more lights after that, and then probably add a few more marks, and it should be finished by then because there's really not much more to do. So join me, let's paint. So I have my palette all set up and ready to paint. I've got the colors that I mixed up from the last painting session. I still have some of those left, so I'm going to be using those up. And I have added some Raw Sienna onto my palette because it goes well with that color palette that I showed you earlier. So I'm kind of set up ready to go. I'm going to start with mark making with some of my favorite tools. So I have just a pencil, some China markers, and actually I'm not going to use this green, but I've been using these Crayola Project. They're not even wax crayons. They're harder than wax, but I love using these, and I haven't been able to find them anywhere. I got these a couple of years ago at our local Home Sense, of all places. So I'm not using this color. I just grabbed it to show you what it was. And if any of you out there know where I could get some, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to keep using them. I'm going to start by mixing up that raw umber color that I want to add. And I have it straight from the tube. I'm just mixing it up with a little bit of that off-white that I mixed up for last session. And let's get Already I'm loving the way that's popping on that blue. I like scratching through the wet paint now because the color underneath comes through and it's really nice. Looking at the canvas now, it's hard to believe this is the same piece that started with such a loud, vibrant energy 2 weeks ago. But I am so happy I chose to listen to my intuition and take that detour. What emerged from the messy middle is something entirely different, a soft, minimal, abstract landscape. It's deeply inspired by quiet beach walks and the smooth, weathered textures and colors of the beach stones that I've collected over the years. It reminds me that sometimes you have to quiet the noise on a canvas to let the real story breathe. This painting is a reminder that we don't always have to know exactly where we're going when we start. We just have to trust the process enough to stay the course. If you enjoyed watching this canvas evolve through its twists and turns, please hit the like button. And if you'd really like to help, give my video a hype. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this story is worth sharing with other art lovers. I would love to hear your thoughts on the final transformation in the comments below.